Hello, Dropper here with another Armok Vision devlog. I'm just going to show you what I've been working on for the past week. So if you see here on the side, we have a list of every single creature in the game taken from running save file. So that since it's from a save file, not from the raws, it does include generated creatures like, for example, demons and forgotten beasts and so on. So let's start with the most common creature you're ever going to see, the dwarf. Put in a dwarf here, and okay, the dwarf is a little bit tall because the generator doesn't know the proportions yet. It just knows that, okay, this is an upper body, this is the lower body, they have these rough ratio of width and height, and this is what volume they are, so it adjusts it accordingly. So let's make a friend for this dwarf. Every dwarf's best friend is a dog, right? Dog. Put here. Here is a little puppy here. And put that on the side. It's a horrifying looking dog, but you can at least see the general body parts that it's got. It's got the legs, the back legs, the front legs, the teeth. Ignore the giant walrus teeth. I'll fix those eventually. And let's add an enemy on here. We got a beak dog. Put that over here. This is how a beak dog is shaped. Pretty much a flightless bird, no wings. Speaking of birds, let's put here a crow. First, a normal crow. Little bitty guy. So this is a normal little crow down here. Cute little guy. Put in a giant crow. Big ass guy over here. And then Crowman. Put him here. As you can see, he's got wings, he's got arms, and he's got crow face. This is definitely a crow face. You can tell by the beak. This is definitely a beak and not a box. Okay? And speaking of Animal Man, no, Batman! He is here. There's no Robin Man, unfortunately, but there is Brown Recluse Spider-Man, who is here but still has some issues, namely that his arms still need a little bit of work. I still have to fix those. But he does have 6 arms. And speaking of spiders, giant cave spider. Here we go. Put him in here. And let's see. There we got a Drawfa. Horrible beast. I don't actually know what these things are supposed to look like, but they're gigantic. Giant dragonfly. Ooh, this thing is huge. This is a monster. Quite big. Hydra doesn't have his necks and head properly yet, so that still needs some work. Cave dragon. Ooh. I do not want to meet this guy. He is big, he is got big teeth, he's got big wings. And then wait a second. Why does a cave dragon fly and have wings, but the normal dragon doesn't? That is strange. What else can we have here? Forgotten beast. Let's add the first one. Okay, forgotten beasts are smaller than dragons. And what is this? Oh, mandibles. I don't have mandibles working yet. Let's add another forgotten beast. It's got a horn, I guess? Yeah, a single horn on his head, on the side. Fashionable. And let's see what does the description say of this guy? Okay. I'm gonna guess, looking at it, it's got antenna, a head, a proboscis, and a shell. And the head is facing upwards. I have to fix that. That is wrong. Let's go. Okay, this looks like a blob with wings. What does the description say? A huge blob composed of snow, and it has wings. Yes, I was right. Some other random one. Another giant insect thing. I'll put that at the end. Okay, after we got Forgotten Beast, let's put some demons. Here's a demon. It's a quadruped with antenna, single eye, a nose, a mouth. A demon rat, which is much different. Very different. Not the same size at all as the rest of the demons. Ooh, here is a demon with... It looks humanoid. It's got a tail with a stinger on it. Okay, enough demons. Now let's go for... night creatures. Put one in. It looks about the height of a human. And the description says a one-eyed humanoid. I think this is a bogeyman. I'm not entirely sure. No, this is a bogeyman. I'm not sure what the other one is. Maybe some other thing. Oh, this guy's got 3 eyes. Freaky. Oh, I know this thing. I know this thing. This thing is from Starbound. Yes. Yes, they live in the underwater things. Oh, and Nightwing. Cool looking. I like these guys. Okay, what else can we look at? We did the night creatures, we did the Forgotten Beast. Giant sperm whale, the largest creature in the game. Here we go. I'm gonna stick that in the back. Yeah, we can see here it's got the flippers. It's got a tail. Yeah, that's it. That's about it. And Sperm Whale Man. Looks a bit funny. I need to fix that. Walrus. Let's put a normal size walrus in there. This does look like a normal size walrus, actually. I'm quite happy with how it looks. Giant walrus is much bigger. I'm gonna stick him in the back. What else can we look at with this newfangled thing? Okay, I'm gonna look through this list. I'm not gonna add any snakes because I know for a fact that they don't work properly. Oh yes, we'll put a cuttlefish in here. This one is small. And yeah, it's got a giant mustache full of arms. There's a sea monster, which is huge. It's got flippers, pincers, tentacles all over the place, 6 eyes. Yeah, it's a horrible thing. You get the picture. Giant Gila monster. And put him over there. You know, typical 4-legged creature. There's an ant. Put him over here. Her. She's a queen. And badger, we'll stick that over here. None of these are colored yet, but they do, yeah, they're just showing a shape so far. And I'll put a bird. A blue jay man. Wait. Blue jay man goes over here. And oh, yes, a rock. This is a very big bird. Okay, that's enough of that. So as you can see, I have the rough shape of most animals here, but it's all blocks, which I don't want to keep blocks. I mean, blocks are fine, but I want to have some kind of defined shape on there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, well, first I'm going to actually model a basic generic shape for every body type there is. There's about 52 different body types, ranging from upper body, upper leg, lower leg, foot, toes, fingers, hand, head, nose, mouth, so on, eyes, so on and so forth. So I'm going to make a generic model for each of those. Then, once that is done, what's a foul blend tag? Oh, no eyes. Yeah, once that is done, then I'll make more specific things for, I have automatically detecting a couple different categories of body type here. First is humanoid, which includes dwarfs and all the animal men and so on. Next is quadruped, which is anything that has 4 legs, exactly 4 legs. Then there's bug type, which is anything with more than 4 legs, which is shown here, like the spider, giant cave spider. And then bird type, which is if it's got 2 legs but no arms, so that's here. And then finally fish type, which is shown here, which is not actually so different from bug type, but we'll figure it out. So each of those main types, I'll make specific body parts for those ones that need to be separate. For example, the main body is shaped differently depending on whether it's standing upright or like a bird here, or a fish. And then once that is done, then I can start actually going through for more specific categories of animals. Like, for example, if I search in here badger, we have regular badgers, we have badger mans, and giant badgers. And there's probably also were badgers and badger demons somewhere in there as well. That can happen. So it's gonna search for the name I'm gonna have, you know, a badger head, because the rest of the body might be kind of similar, but the badger head is going to be, you know, mostly unique to badgers. So I'm going to have a badger head that gets applied to anything that has badger in the name or badger in the description. So the generated creatures that won't have badger in the name, but they will have, you know, a giant badger twisted into humanoid form, in which case it can have the badger head. The badger man will not take the badger body parts. They will take the usual humanoid body parts, but it will take the badger head as well. And so hopefully once I do that, then that will have everything taken care of. If it's still not, then only after that I'll start looking at support for individual races having separate stuff. So you may remember when I mentioned before the dwarf has the wrong proportions. I think this is a dwarf. Yeah. So if I put a human right next to it, they're not that different height, which is wrong. Dwarfs and humans are supposed to be very different size. So I'm going to have make it for dwarfs, automatically shorten all the body parts together, just so they keep proportion to each other, but they're shorter. So shorter and also wider, so the volume stays the same. And then the same adjustment can be made for elves in the opposite direction, so they're taller and thinner and lankier. And then goblins won't have that adjustment, but they'll still be the same body size in general. So the goblins actually will look this size compared to humans. While dwarfs, I'll make, let me just give a approximation. Okay, like put this here, maybe here, and maybe here. Yeah, something like that. No, this is terrible, but it's gonna be hopefully better looking than this, but maybe something similar. Like that. Yeah, that looks good. It will take some tweaking, but you get the picture. And yeah, so what? Also, once all of this is done, since this is taking actually individual body parts, I will be able to easily handle dismemberments and different colors for different skin colors. I know dogs have different colors for the head, body, front legs, and back legs separately, each of them individually colored. So that will I'll be able to do all of that. Hairstyles I'll be able to handle as well, although only dwarfs actually have hairstyles for some reason. Humans, elves, and goblins don't, but they do have hair color. And hopefully by the end of all of that, I will have, decent models for, okay, not great, because I'm not such a good artist, but workable models for every creature in the game that are showing the actual scale of everything. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching and have a good night.